Қазіргі сабақты бастамас бұрын сілтемедегі слайдты ашып алыңыз. Okay, now comparatives and superlatives. I guess from your more grammar lessons, you already learned about comparative types of adjective and superlative types of adjective. Now just revise it. Let's revise it. So example number 1. Between the lion and the tiger is the most fierce and the most strong. Okay. Or between the lion and the tiger is the fierce and the strongest. No. When there is a comparison of two things, you should use comparative adjective. So the correct sentence sounds like, between the lion and the tiger is a fiercer and the stronger. Or it's also okay to say that between the lion and the tiger is more fierce and more strong. Okay. Next, on the SAT examination, the examiner wants to trick you by using really comparative and superlative adjectives, even if there's a clear difference between them, right? For example, comparative is used only, remember, only to compare two things, whereas superlative uses to compare lots of things, and only one of them is the most, the most something. Okay. For example, let's have a look at example number 2. Among all the bears in the world, the panda bear is stronger. Or you cannot also say that among all the bears in the world, the panda bear is more strong. No, among all the bears, it means there should be used superlative adjective. Okay, so the correct one should sound like among all the bears in the world, the panda bear is the most strong. Here, look, there is a mistake in this book, because before the superlative there should be the article the. Okay, don't forget about that. Next, among all the bears in the world, the panda bear is the strongest. So what is the rule? Again, let's repeat the rule of comparative and superlative adjectives. Comparing two things require, so it means comparative adjective, right? ER, so the suffix ER in the end, or the word more before the adjective, okay? But when there is a superlative, comparing two things or more requires the suffix est in the end of the word, so in the end of the adjective, or the word most before that adjective. Also, in superlative, don't forget the article F or the, okay? So rule number 2, between is used only for comparing two things, and among is used to compare three things or more. Now, let's have a look at the exercises and be more confident. Okay. Harry Potter and Frodo Baggins both rise to the challenges in their magical worlds, but I think Frodo has the most courage. Okay, here. In our next lectures, I will tell you the importance of reading the books, reading the English literature, because when I first met this exercise, I was really excited because I have finished both Harry Potter and Frodo. Frodo is a hero from the book called Lord of the Rings, if you know. Lord of the Rings, and the little hobbit called Frodo is the main hero of that book. There is also a movie if you really want to watch it. Really, reading the books can not only have a positive impact on your imagination, but also on your grammar and overall understanding of English language. And it really can improve your level. So, for example, here, because first reason is it is very interesting, and the second reason is you really notice how your grammar is improving. Okay, so but this topic is another one. Just go back to our superlative and comparative type of adjectives. Here, but I think Frodo has more courage. Why? Because it's comparing two heroes, Harry Potter and Frodo Baggins. That is why when there is like comparison of two things, we should use what? Yeah, comparative. Next, of all the essays I have read, this one has a better chance of impressing admissions. Okay, also in further lectures, I will talk you about IELTS examination, and even this chapter is about SAT examination, so both of them are really indispensable part of the admission process. So how you apply to the university, and also the essay is very important. Okay, but that's not the topic here, because here it's comparing two or more things, and not the better, but the word the best is suitable. Okay, so of all the essays I have read, this one has the best chance of impressing admissions. Next, number 3. The Raspberry Pi is my favorite between the 4 of them. The Raspberry Pi is my favorite between the 4 of them. Here, where is the mistake here? Look, between the 4? Oh, really? No, you cannot use between like to compare two or more things. If you are comparing two or more things, you should use among. Between is used only for two things. Okay, that is why the right sound of this sentence is the Raspberry Pi is my favorite among the 4 of them. Okay, number 4. China is not only the biggest of all the Asian countries, but also the one with more historical culture. Okay, China was always but also one with more, okay, but also the one with the most historical cultures, because it's comparing to China not only between two countries, but among the whole world. Next, number 5. Of the two main types of books out there, Joes finds non-fiction to be the most enlightening. Of the two, look here. You cannot put the most, so it's a superlative adjective, because it's comparing two things. One of the two main types of books out there, Joe finds non-fiction to be more enlightening. Next, number 6. Because there is a smart and diligent, it's hard to tell which of the two frontrunners is most likely to be valedictorian. Okay. Gosh, I really don't know what is frontrunners and valedictorian means, but so in the SAT, you don't need to know every single word. You just need to know the grammar, and that is enough. Here, as we know, it's comparing two things. That is why most likely is not right. So more likely to be valedictorian. Okay. Number 7. There are no secrets among the President and Vice President. Okay, so there are no secrets between the President and Vice President. Let's repeat that. Among is used for the comparison of two or more things, while between is used to compare two things. Okay, so let's revise the comparative and superlative types of adjectives. Comparative is used to compare only two things, and between is a helping verb, while superlative is used to compare more things, so 3 or more, and the helping word here is among.